Is your seatbelt fastened? All right. Let's go.
What is going on, YouTube? Tom here, and that's right, we're going to talk about the most anticipated car, really ever, I think. Okay, probably not ever, but easily the most anticipated American car in like a decade or so. And yes, that is the C8 Corvette, also known as the mid-engine Corvette. So yes, as you can see in that little teaser, we finally have a date, and that's July 18th, 2019. So, if you lived under a rock within the last couple of weeks, you haven't heard, but most people probably already knew that. This car backfires like crazy when it is still reasonably cold. Yes. I wanted to make a vlog today talking about it. Kind of what we know, what we don't know, and then some hopes and rumors about it. So obviously the big one is it's going to be mid-engine, just that. That's sort of the big source of debate, the big source of controversy, confusion, excitement, all in one. So the first major rumor about this car is that it is going to be getting more horsepower when compared to the current C7. So the base motor that's supposed to come out is going to be rumored to be named the LT2. And this LT2 is rumored now to get 500 horsepower. I say 500 horsepower at least, because let's take a look at GM's past. Back in the day, they did the C6 Z06, and that car put out a whopping 505 back then. That car came out in 2006. So if they were able to do 500 then, and that was the highest performing Corvette, they'll easily be able to do 500 again for the base model. That comes as no surprise to me. So, and then kind of given what we know about the current LT series of motors, you have the LT1, which puts out 460. And that's sort of in the base form for the Corvette. I think 455, but a lot of people just go 460 because you have the optional performance exhaust that helps it. So easily, if they can do that with just direct injection, I believe they can easily go higher by doing a dual injection setup. And the reason I support the dual injection theory is the LT5 that's in the ZR1 right now has dual injection. So does the Coyote motor that's, of course, powering this car. The Gen 3 Coyote motor also has dual injection. And the way I see it is dual injection is going to be the future of internal combustion as we know it. Now the reason for that is so many automakers are switching to it. You know, the Coyote was rated at 460, and debatably, as we know, it makes a lot more. And then, of course, within the Ford lineup, then you have the GT350, which easily makes well over that. It's making 526. So the way I see it is, if Ford can make that kind of power, GM is going to have to beat them. So that's why I see the LT2 easily going to move up into power. That's why I see the LT2 coming with 500. I think a lot of people agree with that. And the next big rumor is it's not even going to get a manual option. The rumor is, that's really been unsupported, is that it's going to be getting the 7-speed Tremec dual clutch that's currently going to be found in the new GT500, the S550 GT500. Now, that's of course another source of controversy, because obviously everyone wants a manual option, myself included, but now it's only going to come as an automatic. And exactly, it's a little bit of a confusion, but here's kind of my theory supporting that. One, as I just mentioned, the GT500, which is this car's #1 competitor, has a dual clutch. So clearly it makes sense if the Shelby is going to be getting a dual clutch, it makes perfect sense to me that its number one competitor, the Corvette, will then soon follow with a dual clutch. And that comes of no surprise that it's going to be the same one, because Tremec is, as a lot of people know, that's kind of the number one in transmissions, as opposed to the Getrag MT82, which I have in this car. A lot of people know my opinions on MT82s. So obviously, I think it makes perfect sense that it's going to get that Tremec transmission. And then, of course, the other big theory is just the sales numbers don't lie. Obviously, the big one with the Corvette is that a lot of them are now being sold with automatics. Unfortunately, you just got to look at the average age of Corvette customers. It just kind of supports the theory that, given who's buying them and how many people have the automatic, it makes perfect sense that they're going to end up going automatic only. Nobody's going to buy a manual. You're proving the point to the automakers that they shouldn't make it. A lot of people have said in the past, you vote with your spending dollars. And then, of course, the big one is, what is it even going to be called? Because obviously the current base model C7 is the Stingray. So then you've got this new Corvette coming out, and they've argued, is it going to still be called Stingray? There's a rumor right now of a Zora named vehicle to come out. Zora being a reference to Zora Arkus Duntov, the original Corvette engineer in the 1950s, who actually said the Corvette should go to a mid-engine. Although the rumor is that's going to be the high-performance version, and that the base model will continue along with the Stingray name. I also support the theory of a possible Z06 and ZR1 name coming along, at least initially. Kind of like as a, the initial high-performance version, and then later getting a new high-performance version that's obviously way better. But that has yet to be seen. All of it right now is speculation. Hopefully we will find out in July. But then the other big rumor is, what is this car even going to cost? Because now rumors are between $60,000 and $70,000. In my honest opinion, I fully support the $70,000 theory. And the reason being, 70 makes a lot of sense. Again, given the age of the Corvette buyers, given that this car is sort of a dream car within the Chevy lineup, and Chevy knows this, and people are already willing to pay well over $100,000 for the ZR1. So, personally, I see Chevy taking full advantage of that and charging $70 for the base model. In fact, they might even go higher. And that would actually put this new car in line with the Camaro ZL1 that's currently on sale, which I believe starts with the 10-speed automatic you can have for right around $70,000. And this car, I predict this mid-engine car, even though it will only have 500 as opposed to 650 horsepower, I predict it will easily have the same level of track performance. So I see it as no surprise they would charge the same. And of course, once the cars hit the dealer lots, and once they kind of hit normalized production, and dealers aren't going to charge more for them, I predict that they'll start doing the whole incentive deal that GM always does. And now you can get a Corvette that's MSRP is in the 50s. You can easily get that car after incentives for the mid 40s, even mid to high 40s. But it's all yet to be seen. Some people might know, and I've told some people this, kind of my next car that I actually can say I want to get is a C6 Corvette, the Z06, or even possibly a ZR1, depending on how money works out. So that's definitely a big deal for me, because this is kind of like the car in the category of I want to buy next. But no, I will put this out there, because I know some people will ask, is the Mustang going anywhere? No, my Mustang is not going anywhere. I wouldn't get rid of this car for anything except for another Mustang. But let me know in the comment section below what you think about all of that. What do you think about this new C7 Corvette? What do y'all think about the rumors that are going on? Do you see these as true, or do you think that kind of the earlier theories about this is even going to be the production Corvette, this will be sort of like a supercar from GM? Let me know in the comment section below what you think about all that. And Anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. If you are stopping in for the first time, go ahead and subscribe. But anyway, take care, have a good day.